Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday today. This is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. So today's topic is a question that my wife and I get every so often. It seems like in the last, few weeks, we've been approached by people either in the gym or I've had people message me wanting to know, because they've been following me, how we are able to keep our weight so consistent and how we're able to stay and keep adding lean muscle and stay on our eating program. A lot of you guys, may have heard of this before, primal eating, or what they call intermittent fasting or a ketogenic lifestyle. A lot of you might have heard that. You've heard me talk about that in the past. Those that follow me know that's what Emily and I do. But the word primal eating seems to be coming up more and more, because basically that's what our lifestyle is. We've actually reversed ourselves back to how our ancestors ate. So the body, when you fully understand that our bodies today have not evolved away from our ancestors and how they metabolize their food and the way of their eating is. See, guys, you really need to think about this, okay? We have an issue here in the United States, obviously. It's obesity and type 2 diabetes are an epidemic force. We know there's a lot of other autoimmune diseases that are sky high, autism sky high, dementia all these diseases are sky high, and they're getting worse every year. And those of us that have been health professionals for decades, well, we understand why, and we're trying to do something about it, and we're trying to educate people on how they can be able to survive in this toxic environment that's getting worse every single year. But you guys got to realize that our ancestors were gatherers, okay? Now, some of you I've had people say, well, you're doing intermittent fasting, you're doing prolonged fasting, you're doing a low carb diet, by doing a ketogenic diet, your body can't survive off that. Well, that's a bunch of BS, and you've been brainwashed since the 1970s. That's not true. Now, think about our ancestors. They were strong, they had endurance, and they did intermittent and prolonged fasting, because if their bodies did not have a mechanism that protected their lean muscle mass while they were hunting for food, a lot of times they didn't find food for 2 or 3 days, four days. So if you look at what the modern day doctors and nutritionists are misleading the public about fasting and prolonged fasting and a ketogenic diet, then your ancestors wouldn't have survived. Because when you fully understand the physiology of the body and how it protects itself from starvation or stress, then you would understand how we have not evolved away from our ancestors. And so when somebody asks us the question, well, how do you stay so focused? We're not really trying to. Our bodies have become fat adapted because we were patient and we were consistent with the 3 protocols that we have. Now, I got to admit one thing, though. There's one protocol that I change when I do get a new online 60-day client, and that is the type of water we're drinking. See, that's one thing that our ancestors had the ability to drink hydrogen-rich water naturally. Today, you can't get it out of your drinking water from your faucet or bottled water or wherever, because the water is so contaminated. There's no hydrogen H2 in it, which is known. Hydrogen in the water, H2, when it's coming out of the ground, or when it's coming out of the device, the Enagic device that we have that's hooked up to our kitchen faucet, that takes our water source and converts it into hydrogen-rich water. Science is telling us now that the hydrogen-rich water has the ability to hydrate the cells at the cellular level more efficiently because of the structure of the water. It is more efficient in transporting the nutrients you're eating from the food, and it has the ability to detox you on a daily basis because you're not going to get away from the environmental toxins that you're breathing, consuming, and eating. So you got to have a way to detox your cells at the cellular levels, all the cells in your organs and muscles, and to flush out the inflammation due to stress, your diet, or exercising on a daily basis. If you don't, it builds up in the cells, and that's how you become diseased. And so what makes it easier for us to be able to do our 3 protocols, or the 2 protocols that we're on that maintain our weight and that we're able to add lean muscle, is that we are hydrating with hydrogen-rich water that has the ability to flush us out on a daily basis, and is also known by science as to hydrate the brain more efficiently and flush out the toxic chemicals from the brain that might be causing dementia and those mental issues. Plus, besides that, it's got anti-aging properties also. It keeps the body hydrated more efficiently. So that's one reason, or one of the biggest reason why we're able to follow our protocols basically without even trying, because we're also adding a lot of electrolytes. Those of you that are doing intermittent fasting and ketogenic lifestyle, the reason why most of you fail is because your electrolyte balance is out of whack, and that's why you fail. And there's hormones that are affected by that will cause you to increase your appetite. So there's a couple of hormones that actually decrease your appetite when you do a ketogenic lifestyle, and when you do intermittent prolonged fasting. It will control the hormone that is causing you to have an appetite, and it also controls the hormone that will help you not have an appetite, and that's a whole different video. So guys, you can go to Google hydrogen-rich water, magic water, Lourdes, France. There's actually a few countries left in this world that has this water coming out of the ground. You just got to research it yourself, and you'll see for yourself. So that's the biggest reason why we're able to maintain the lifestyle that we're doing now. But not just the water, but just the ability that our bodies, see, I'm telling you guys, our bodies, like I said, has not evolved away from our ancestors. So the 3 protocols that Emily and I and my clients that are doing the 60-day online coaching are following, if they're doing it consistent. See, that's the key factor. Because of the worldly issues, and because of how food is built around society, then what happens is people are not consistent. And they're not giving their bodies time enough to become fat adapted. Because when you do become fat adapted, and I mean rooted, and that takes time. That could take a while. It could take 6 months. It could take 8 months. I don't know how consistent you'll be. But then your body automatically wants to live or burn the fat you're storing or the fat you're eating as its primary source of energy, and you're no longer relying on the dirty carbohydrate fuel that's keeping you fat. Okay, because there is a hormone that you high carb people are eating that is going to cause your insulin to spike, and that hormone that is designed to store fat is called insulin. You've lost control of your insulin. And if you've been doing this for a long time, and if you're over 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 100 pounds, then you're setting yourself up for some major medical issue. either like cancer or type 2 diabetes as you get older. But the longer you've been a carboholic, the longer you've been overweight, the longer your blood sugar's been up, it's going to take time to get it back down again. That's the problem. The people here in the United States want a quick fix pill, and there isn't any. There's none. The only way you're going to get healthy is by doing it naturally, and by doing it the way our ancestors did it, and by doing it the way our bodies were designed to do it. That's the only way. I don't care who you are or how much experience you have in nutrition. If you really research this and study this and do it yourself and follow the protocols right and don't overindulge, then you'll be amazed on how simple this lifestyle is to do for the rest of your life, and you'll be amazed how you won't have the sugar cravings. You won't have the sweet tooth that you've had in the past. You won't be looking at carbs. You'll be looking at carbs totally different than you are now. And food no longer run your life. That's what's cool, is that food does not run our life anymore. I could go, we'll go 24 hours without eating. We'll go 18 hours without eating. We'll go 20 hours without eating. I love mixing it up. But we stick to our 3 protocols consistently, and we've been doing this for a few years now, and the results are phenomenal because people are asking us, how are you doing this? And besides that, we're seniors, and we're I'm well over 60 years old, as well as my wife. And it still has the ability, because if you understand the science behind all 3 of the protocols, anti-aging plays a big part in all 3 of them. And those of you that are seniors out there, wouldn't you like to slow it down? Or how about reversing it? Yeah. But like I said, you got to be patient, because how long have you been a carboholic? How long have you been overweight? How long has your blood sugar been up? How long have you been taking the insulin because you're a type 2 diabetic? How long have you been taking the metformin since you've been a type 2 diabetic? All of those are aging you. See, guys? So you got to reverse that, but give it time. Okay, guys? Those of you that want to see more of my health videos, go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. Those of you that want to know more information about our 60-day online coaching, message me. I'll send the info to you. And those of you that are looking to want to know more about the hydrogen-rich water, after you go on the internet and check Lourdes, France on magic water or healthy water, and you will see how the water that people are drinking in Lourdes, France, how they're feeling, and you'll see people lining up for blocks with bottles getting it. Well, we have our own device that sits in our home on our sink that we make it fresh every single day, and we've been doing this for 8 years, and we have helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people with either weight loss or with whatever type of medical issues that they have, and that's including our own experience and our own family experience. So guys, this is all science backed. It's very simple, and the doctors can't deny it. Or your skeptical guys, they're just blowing smoke because they can't deny it either. There's way too much science, guys. Okay, guys. So anyway, go to my YouTube channel or message me if you want more info. Guys, have a great day. Hope you saw some value in this. And this is how Emily and I are maintaining our weight, still losing some body fat, but we're adding lean muscle. We're anti-aging, and it's going to keep going the rest of our lives. Okay, guys, have a great day. See you next time around.